Yeah, down to the wire for the New York Giants, and this is one at several different moments you thought there's no way this deal is getting done, despite the fact that they spent hours upon hours upon hours in Indianapolis with Daniel Jones' new agents trying to hammer out this deal. In the end, I would say probably at 3:54, 6 minutes from the deadline was around the time this thing actually got done. Here are the details. It is a 4-year, $160 million deal for Daniel Jones. So that's $40 million a year, basically Dak Prescott's contract just at its face. The particulars are interesting too. $82 million over 2 years for Daniel Jones, which is much better, much more than, say, the $32 million franchise tag, then another tag the next year. $94 million virtually guaranteed at signing. That means upon signing his name, that basically is what he gets. A significant commitment for the New York Giants for their franchise quarterback. Plus, they make their cap number in year one a little better. And the best thing is they don't have to do this again in July or next year. They lock in Daniel Jones. He is now their guy. And then there's a situation surrounding Saquon Barkley. Obviously, they had extensive long-term discussions with him over the course of the past several months, even through the season last year. In the end, Saquon Barkley gets the $10 million franchise tag, joining other running backs like Josh Jacobs and Tony Pollard. It is a $10 million tag for Saquon Barkley. So the Giants keep two of their core pieces, their quarterback and running back, but obviously in very different ways.
Yeah, Ian, and Saquon Barkley took time yesterday to tweet out congratulations to Daniel Jones, which is always good to see because, you know, they were right down to the wire together. They came in together with the New York Giants, and now they will, at least up until next season, be in the Giants' offensive locker room together. The Giants, even our own Peter Schrager tweeting yesterday, I know, he said, Jones' deal gets done at the wire with Jones's new trio of agents flying in from the West Coast to get it done. That's a Schrag scoop right there, if you ever wanted one.
Did he name drop the agents? That would
He
be
did not.
Yeah.
I know it would
he
not.
He DM'd him. Good job, Peter.
He did. I know.
Wherever
Peter
you
likes
are.
to keep it close to the vest.
Slacking.
Exactly.
Yeah, believe me.
So the Giants handled their business, and to Ian's point, it's kind of nice to feel this weird comfort with the New York Giants now. Like, oh wow, we don't have to question what's going on with Daniel Jones for at least the time being. So what do we think of how the Giants handled their business yesterday? At deadline day, 4 p.m. Eastern, came in at 3:57, Kyle.
Big day.
Big day.
You know, I had to take my son to a sporting goods store last night. I had this beautiful moment where I saw this little kid. He wasn't my kid. He was about 7 years old. And he was standing in line buying a brand new Daniel Jones jersey. I thought that was really cool. I'm like, oh, man, you got your guy. He's staying. Yeah, I'm like, that's an investment.
Yeah.
And he's not going anywhere. The Giants made a big investment, too. The Saquon thing, I think, is good and prudent. They didn't give a long-term deal to a running back. He's staying. He's a New York guy. We'll see where it goes. The Daniel Jones thing is a little wild. There's a sticker shock when you see that number next to that name. Let's bring it up. This is just the guys, the quarterbacks, the average per year. So Aaron's boy in the upper left making 53. Aaron's boy for now, at least. And then look over on the right.
You're just trying to hurt my feelings today.
Listen, Aaron, things are getting real. I don't know if you saw the news. Like, this is not a joke with your boy.
I'm blind. I didn't see anything.
All right. Maybe that's why you wear those glasses. It's not a Packers conversation.
There's some tears right now.
$40 million for Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, let's just not forget. They didn't want a future with him. They didn't put the fifth-year deal on him. And there he is back when he was a rookie. Do you remember when he showed up in the frat house through the campus square? This guy wearing it's like a J. Crew shirt untucked. That guy now makes $40 million a year.
Got Busch Light in his back.
He does. He's got a Busch Light, maybe a Keystone or Milwaukee's Best. He's gonna have some hacky sack. That's the Manhattan $40 million year. It's a crazy time to be alive. 15 touchdowns last year. Outclassed in the playoffs by the Eagles. $40 million a year. It seems insane, and the thing is, like, that's the middle class now. We've found it, and it's $40 million a year. It's an investment in him, and it's a risk. We don't know if he's going to fall on his face next year. He had one pretty good season and one nice playoff game. I'm happy for the Giants that they have some clarity. It's a lot of money for a guy who has not played a ton of good football. But they had to pay what they had to pay, I guess. It's weird.
You know, we're not too far, though, with the money and the cap continuing to go up, that there's going to be a $60 million quarterback, and then there's going to be a $70 million quarterback, and that means that the middle-class guy is going to be making 50, and you're going to go, but that's just the finances of the business. Aaron, this is good for
That's what
players.
I was going to ask. So does that mean running backs are going to stop getting franchise tags?
There you go, $10 million.
So hot right now. Right?
So hot right now.
You see somebody making 40 and then 10.
Yeah, you got your deal, man. That's the man right there.
Good.
What do you think, Mike?
I look at the deal and I say that Daniel Jones can't just be a guy anymore. He can't be a game manager. And he did a really nice job. And sometimes that's used as an evil phrase, game manager, but there's nothing wrong with being a game manager. But now all of a sudden, when you're the 6th, 7th paid quarterback in the league and they're sort of attaching their fortunes to you, you got to go out and win games now. And they can't be in a situation where they're down 10 points and they're still handing the ball off to Saquon and they're throwing the ball sideways. No, he's going to have to push the ball a little bit. But the one thing I come back to with all of this, guys, is that I trust Brian Daboll.
Yeah.
And if Brian Daboll believes that Daniel Jones is the quarterback of the future and that they can win not just some games, but win playoff games and maybe win a championship somewhere down the line, then I'm going to trust him because the work that he did with Josh Allen is second to none. And the work he did in year 1 with that Giants team that, quite frankly, I don't think has a lot of talent and still ended up in the playoffs is pretty remarkable. So I'm gonna roll with Brian Daboll on this one. I'm gonna trust that he's got the evaluation right.
He didn't draft him. It's not his guy. A lot of times the coaches are like, get this guy out of here.
So easy to move on from it, right?
Apparently he likes him.
Yeah.
Apparently loves him.
Yeah.
What do you think, dude?
I think he's a good quarterback.
Exactly.
I think he's a good quarterback. He's still young, so they see he still has time to develop. And like you said, Brian can take him under his wing and really, how he did Josh Allen and mentor him and guide him the way he wants him to and get that team going. They had a great year. They beat us in London. And it's a good thing, I think, that they kept Saquon. Wish it wasn't under the tag. Wish he would have got a deal for all the running backs speaking. But I feel like those were the two main key pieces on offense, and to be able to retain them and add pieces around him, like you said, I feel like he hasn't had too much help there. So once he gets the help he needs, I feel like they'll be better. And like they had Galladay at one point. He was injured the whole time. So things like that they haven't gone in their favor.
Yeah, their best wide receiver is probably a 3 or 4 on good teams, right?
Yeah.
So that's the next challenge here is you give him his money, you hopefully get Saquon done long term. If not, you've got the short-term deal. Now go find himself some guys to throw to.
I mean, these quarterback contracts is like a weird. We played musical chairs here a couple weeks ago. This quarterback market is like a weird, perverse, backwards game of musical chairs. Because right now there's 32 chairs for quarterbacks in the NFL, and teams are at best putting money on chairs because there's not 32 quarterbacks to go around. They're like, come sit in our chair. We need you here. And even if the guy's not good at musical chairs, they're still going to put millions of dollars on the table for him. It's an interesting. It's just fascinating how he has curbed a market of I was about to say mediocrity, and that was going to sound harsh, but it's not mediocre. What I mean.
It's all right.
Because last September, Kyle, we had a conversation about what does Daniel Jones have to do, and I think the table kind of landed on he has to win a playoff game, and he did. He beat the Vikings.
Played really well.
Went to Minnesota and beat the Vikings, and sure, he got outclassed by the Eagles, but up until mid-February, the Eagles had outclassed everybody else, so that wasn't a big knock on Daniel Jones, but it's just incredible that 1 year Lamar Jackson can do the things that he's done for so many years. Daniel Jones can do it for 1 year and make this money. The stark contrast between those two names yesterday, I felt, was like, God, look how easy it could be to get a deal done and then to watch it not get done.
Mike's right. This is a 6th overall pick. You're making $40 million a year. You shouldn't be getting outclassed by the Eagles. They're in your division. It's go time now. Like you got to be a dog now.
Not just outclassed, beat him 3 times. So
Yeah.
That's